Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm Jake, and I'm here with the ever-curious Nina. Today we're diving into a topic that's super close to the heart, literally. We're talking about how to express your emotions in English.
Hi, folks. Jake, I have to say, this is one of those topics that sounds simple, but when you're actually in the moment, words just vanish. Why is it so hard for people to talk about their feelings, especially in another language?
Great question. I think it comes down to vulnerability. Opening up about emotions is tough enough in your own language. When you're using English, you're worried about grammar, vocabulary, and whether you'll be understood. It's like juggling while riding a bike. But the good news is, with the right words and a little practice, it gets easier.
So, where do we start? I mean, I know the basics happy, sad, angry, but that doesn't exactly cover everything I feel. How do you go beyond those simple words?
You're right, those basic words are just the tip of the emotional iceberg. English has a huge range of feeling words. Think frustrated instead of just angry, or ecstatic instead of just happy. One tip is to build your emotion vocabulary. For example, instead of saying, I'm sad, you could say, I'm disappointed, I'm heartbroken, or even, I'm feeling blue.
Feeling blue. That's such a classic. Why do we say that anyway?
That's a fun one. The phrase feeling blue comes from old nautical traditions. When a ship lost a captain or an officer, they'd fly blue flags and paint a blue line on the hull. Over time, blue became linked with sadness. It's a neat example of how culture shapes language.
Love that. So, let's say someone wants to tell a friend in English that they're stressed. What are some natural ways to say it without sounding like a robot?
Totally. Instead of just, I'm stressed, you could say, I'm under a lot of pressure, or I'm feeling overwhelmed. Even something like, I've got a lot on my plate right now, is very natural. Americans especially love food idioms for emotions.
A lot on my plate. So you're not actually eating a huge meal, right?
Only if it's Thanksgiving. But seriously, it means you have a lot of tasks or problems to deal with. These idioms make your speech sound more native, and they also soften the message a bit.
Okay, so vocabulary is one thing, but what about actually starting those conversations? Sometimes you want to talk, but you don't know how to bring it up.
Opening up can be tricky. You might start with, can I share something with you? Or, I need to get something off my chest. These phrases signal that you want to talk about feelings. If you're listening, try, how are you really feeling? Or, is there something on your mind? It creates a safe space.
Get something off my chest. Another idiom. I love how English uses the body to talk about feelings. Are there more like that?
Absolutely. You might hear, my heart sank when someone feels disappointed, or butterflies in my stomach if someone's nervous. There's also walking on air for happiness, or a lump in my throat for when you're about to cry. English is full of these images.
Butterflies in my stomach. That was me before my first podcast. So, if someone's learning English, should they use these idioms or stick to simple words at first?
I say start simple, but don't be afraid to try idioms when you're comfortable. Even if you mess up a little, people usually appreciate the effort. Plus, it makes conversations more colorful and helps you connect with native speakers.
Speaking of messing up, have you ever had a language fail when talking about emotions?
Oh, definitely. Once I tried to tell a friend I was excited about a new job, but I accidentally said exited. He thought I was quitting. We had a good laugh. Mistakes happen, but it's all part of learning.
That's hilarious. So, what about when someone else shares their emotions with you? How do you respond in English without sounding awkward?
Great point. Showing empathy is key. You can say, that sounds tough. I'm here for you, or I can't imagine how you must feel. Sometimes, just listening and nodding is enough. You don't always have to fix the problem.
I love that. Sometimes, you just need someone to listen. Okay, let's get practical. Can you walk us through a sample conversation where someone shares their feelings?
Sure, imagine your friend says, I'm feeling really anxious about my presentation tomorrow. You might respond, that's totally understandable. Presentations can be nerve-wracking. Do you want to talk about what's making you anxious? Then you can offer support or just listen.
That sounds so natural. Let's flip it. What if you want to share something positive, like good news?
Go for it. You can say, I'm so excited I got the job, or I'm on cloud nine today. When someone shares good news, you can respond, that's awesome, or I'm so happy for you. It's about matching their energy.
On cloud nine. So that means really happy, right? Where does that come from?
Yeah, it means extremely happy. The origin is a bit mysterious, but some say it's from old weather charts where Cloud 9 was the highest and fluffiest. So being on Cloud 9 means you're floating way up there.
That's adorable. Okay, let's talk about situations where you're not sure how you feel. Sometimes emotions are just complicated.
Absolutely. English has some great words for that. You can say, I'm feeling mixed emotions, or I'm torn. If you're unsure, I'm not sure how I feel about this yet, works well. It's okay to admit that feelings aren't always clear-cut.
Mixed emotions, like when you graduate and you're happy but also sad to leave friends?
Exactly. Or when you get a new job but have to move away from family. Naming those mixed feelings helps people understand you better.
I like that. So, what about when you're upset but don't want to sound too harsh? Are there softer ways to express negative feelings?
Definitely. Instead of I'm angry, you could say I'm a bit upset or I'm frustrated. You can also use I feel let down or I'm disappointed. Softening your words can keep conversations calm, especially in sensitive situations.
That's useful. Sometimes direct words can feel too strong. Are there other ways to soften the message?
For sure, adding a bit, kind of, or sort of helps. Like, I'm kind of annoyed, or I feel a bit hurt. These phrases make your feelings clear but less intense.
Got it. Let's bring in our audience. We got a message from Lisa in Berlin. She writes, sometimes I want to tell my coworkers I'm stressed, but I worry it'll sound unprofessional. How can I express emotions at work without oversharing?
Great question, Lisa. At work, you can keep things professional by using phrases like, I'm under a tight deadline, or I'm feeling a bit stretched right now. You can also use, I'm managing a lot at the moment. It's about being honest without getting too personal.
And if someone at work asks how you're doing, but you're not feeling great?
You can say, I'm managing, thanks for asking, or it's been a busy week, but I'm hanging in there. These responses are honest but professional.
Hanging in there. Another classic. Okay, let's talk about cultural differences. Are there things people should watch out for when talking about emotions in English-speaking countries?
Absolutely. In some cultures, people are very open about feelings, while in others, it's more private. In the US, people might share more, but in the UK, for example, they tend to be more reserved. It's good to pay attention to how people around you talk about emotions and match their style.
That makes sense. So, if you're not sure, maybe start small and see how it goes?
Exactly. You can test the waters with light feelings like saying, I'm a bit tired today, or I'm excited for the weekend. If people open up, you can share more.
Have you ever had a cultural mix-up talking about emotions?
Oh, for sure. Once I told a British friend I was super excited to see him, and he replied, oh, lovely. I thought he wasn't interested, but that's just British understatement. It took me a while to realize he was happy, just in a different way.
That's so true. Sometimes, not bad is actually a glowing review in the UK. Okay, let's lighten things up. Time for our language fail moment. Jake, hit me with your best one.
This one's embarrassing. I once said, I'm full of beans, thinking it meant I was really happy. Turns out, in some places, it means you're hyperactive or even a little annoying. My friend gave me a weird look for days.
Oh, I've got one too. I tried to say I was pumped about a project, but I said I'm pumped up. And my colleague thought I was talking about going to the gym. Oops.
See, we all have those moments. The important thing is to laugh about it and keep trying.
Exactly. Okay, let's recap. What are your top tips for talking about emotions in English?
Number 1. Build your emotion vocabulary, go beyond happy and sad. 2. Learn and try out some idioms and softening phrases. 3. Don't be afraid to start small, especially in new situations. And 4. Listen as much as you speak. Empathy is a two-way street.
I'd add, don't be afraid of mistakes. People appreciate honesty and effort, even if you mix up your idioms.
Absolutely. Remember, expressing emotions connects us all, no matter what language we're using.
Well said. If you enjoyed today's chat, don't forget to follow, share, or subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And tell us, what's your favorite emotion word or idiom in English?
We'd love to hear your stories or language fails too. Thanks for joining us, and remember, however you're feeling today, it's okay to talk about it.